Hello, welcome. Today we are going to go to the library so I can return some books. This first book is a level 2 Japanese reader. Japanese readers are made for people learning the language, so it's quite thin. The story is short and easy to understand. It's good for studying, but a little boring, so I also have this book. This book has been translated from English into Japanese. I have one more book, and it's also a children's book. It has also been translated from English into Japanese. This book is called BFG, or The Big Friendly Giant. I read this book when I was young, so now it's easier for me to understand the Japanese version. It's a good way for me to study Japanese, but the story is a little strange. So these are the 3 books I need to return to the library today. They're all due tomorrow, so I have to return it today. So I want you to join me on my walk to my local library. Recently, the weather has been a bit warmer, so it finally feels like spring here. It's not quite warm enough for the cherry blossoms to bloom, but I think in probably a week or 2 we will have cherry blossoms here. This park is the first park I walk through on my way to the library. It's not a very big park, but it does have a big fountain in the middle of it. If you look at the top of the screen, you can see that I'm getting close to it now. This fountain is really big, especially since the park is not very big. I like to come and read on the benches here sometimes, although I don't do it very often in the winter. Now that it's springtime, I will probably start reading here more. But this park is very close to my apartment, so it's one that I visit often. Now, my local library is about 30 minutes away if I walk. I almost always walk to my local library because it's 30 minutes if I take the subway. It's 30 minutes if I take the bus. So it's not any faster than walking is, and I enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine. This is my least favorite part of my walk because it's just a sidewalk, so it's not particularly interesting or beautiful. It's also very, very long. About 10 minutes of my 30-minute walk are on this one stretch of sidewalk. So 1/3 of my walk to the library. This is the entrance to the second park on my walk to the library. This park is much bigger than the first park. It has many small paths, and it also has several different buildings along the edges of the park. A lot of them are like halls where you can hold events or ceremonies, and one of them is the library that I'm going to. Now, at this park, sometimes my camera is going to be pointed down towards the ground, and that's just because I don't want to film anyone's face that has not agreed to be filmed. So, sorry if you occasionally have to watch the ground for a few minutes. I'm going off onto this side path because I like all of the small paths in this park. This is actually not the fastest way to the library, but it is my favorite way just because it's a little prettier, a little more surrounded by nature than the main big path is. Now, this park is probably going to be very busy in the next 2 weeks because this park has many cherry blossom trees. So it's very, very popular during cherry blossom season. Last year, I came here with my husband, and there were a lot of food trucks and events, but it was so crowded that it was a little bit difficult to walk around and enjoy the cherry blossoms. Now, we're almost to the library at this point. Oh no, I didn't realize the library is closed today because it's closed the third Friday of every month. That's too bad. I was hoping to show the inside of the library. Oh well. I can just use these. These are book returns. You take your books and you put them through this slot, and the librarians can check them in whenever they have time. Now, I want to show you this. This park has food trucks pretty often, usually in the springtime when there are graduation ceremonies or there are cherry blossoms. In the summer, they come for festivals. So there are many different kinds of food trucks here right now. Some just have drinks, others have snacks, some have traditional Japanese food, while some actually have different foreign foods. I really like going around and looking at the different options. This truck caught my attention because I love French fries. These are very long French fries with different seasonings, but I haven't had lunch yet, so I shouldn't fill up on snacks. As I walk around, I'm very tempted by all the different sweets and snacks I see. But I think today I'm going to only get something to drink. Like I said, I don't want to ruin my lunch. There are so many different food trucks here, though, that it's very tempting. Ooh, this one has kebabs. I really like kebabs, and so does my husband. So I will probably come back and get kebabs here this weekend. Interesting. This ice cream kind of looks like spaghetti. I wonder if it tastes good. Have you ever had spaghetti ice cream? Oh, these are inari. They're kind of a traditional Japanese food. I don't like them very much, but my husband does. Have you ever had inari? What does this one have? Ooh, this one has tacos. I really like tacos. I ate tacos a lot when I still lived in America. So I miss them now that I live in Japan. Oh, they have matcha drinks. I really like matcha. Do you like matcha? I'm not going to get matcha though because I see this. This is called bubble tea in America, and I really like bubble tea. There's no bubble tea shop near my apartment, so this is a good opportunity for me to get some. So I'm quickly going to order some black sugar bubble tea. I'll have to wait a minute or two for my tea, but it shouldn't be very long because there was not a line. Is tea popular in your country? If so, what kind of tea is popular in your country? Tea is not very popular in America. Okay, I already have my drink. Now I need the straw. The straws for bubble tea are really wide because the little tapioca balls will get stuck in a normal tea straw. So now I'm going to head home. This is a different path than I used earlier, but it's a little faster than the one I used on the way to the library. Now, I want to show you this little rest area because I think it's quite pretty here. In a week or two, when the cherry blossoms are here, this area is going to be very pink with all of the petals. So it's only been a minute or two, but my bubble tea is already about half gone. It's a little warmer than I thought it would be today, so I'm actually a little hot and a little tired from all this walking and the warm weather. I still have at least 20 minutes though before I can reach home, so I'll just have to survive. This small path here will take me out of the park and back to the main street that I showed you earlier. And I think that's where we're going to end today's video. You don't really need to see the sidewalk as I am going home. So if you're still listening at this point, thank you so much for coming here today. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And thank you so much. Goodbye.